that also for a project which can benefit whole lot of people staying in the society. I have received so-called requests from Silchar Medical College principal and superintendent from the day I took charge as a co-chairman of the management committee of Silchar Medical College. I was trying to put my hand into areas where I could get funds, but I did not know this will come so fast and from so close a point. So at the outset, I would like to thank the donors, the power grid, for the 2% CSR fund that the company is entitled to distribute in areas where they work. And I am happy that they have distributed it for a cause which will ultimately go for the benefit of the people of this place. An ALS ambulance is a requirement not just for a VIP trip to our place, not VIP, VVIP trip to our place, but it is also required for people who really need it at a time when we can save life. We can basically act and save life. Transportation takes a hell lot of time in modern day, urban settings that we have. Traveling even 2 to 3 kilometers become a huge issue. So I really thank you for all this CSR fund. One is the ALS ambulance that you have given, the blood bank vehicle that we have given to civil hospital, and the ICU that we have put in. My effort was minuscule, and my effort comes from the fact that our very able DC, Ms. Keerthi Jalli, one day requested me that, sir, I manage this, but I am short of funds because I need this much money if you can help. I said, very well, we will give it from whatever funds that I have. You go ahead with the project. And as because I am a doctor, I know the geographical importance of Silchar Civil Hospital. And this civil hospital caters to the urban population in and around. I stay very near to this place and I encounter the night accidents that take place and people rush to civil hospital. And I also passed my medical this thing around 3 decades back. And I know when we sit here, we are basically helpless without any instruments. We just need to put our pen on a piece of paper and write, refer to medical college because facilities are inadequate here. So that turnaround is taking place, and this turnaround is taking place because all of us have put our head together to solve this issue. I'm not saying that this 5-bedded ICU is the end all of civil hospital. It is not. Dr. Babul Bejbarua has said that 100 years of civil hospital, we have come this far. We have a long way to go, but this is just a start. And the start takes the maximum effort. The next effort will not be as big as maybe this effort. So I would like to congratulate the entire civil hospital team led by Dr. Nath, that please see to it that instruments are maintained. Other than the instruments, the infrastructure that is there, that is actually time to time you gel this, put in patients, see how your recce is, and sometimes you need to take decision out of the box. You are entitled to it to take decision because you are the leaders. For every little things, you will not rush to MP, DC and MLA to give you solution. You can find solution. There are many issues as a doctor I would like to talk to you and I will come later, but not at this situation. All of you have done extremely well, not just during flood situation, which was say flood 1 and flood 2 for the last 4 months. Our MLA, Shri Dipayan Chakraborty, in very lucid terms have thanked all of you for the effort that you have put in during the flood situation. We go back to the COVID situation also, your work was exemplary. And I have said this in many platforms, including the national platforms. I happen to be the convener of the Indian Parliamentary Doctors Forum. And there are 53 doctors who are parliamentarians today from both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. When we sit and discuss sometimes, people come to us with Kerala model. People come to us with Bhilwara model. Look, Bhilwara has done this. Look, Kerala has done this. And when I tell them that, look, Assam has done this, they look at me with all over.
that Assam has the minimum death rate, maximum recovery rate. So Assam is a story which needs to be told, and it is actually growing in the last few years. I will not say just 1 year, but over the last few years, the story of Assam is growing. And within the story of Assam, there are these stories like story of Cachar. If you do not have a smaller story inside, you will not have a bigger story in the form of the state. Today, in the national context, people are looking at our model. We are going to have 14 cancer hospitals in the entire state at 3 levels: primary, secondary and tertiary level. In terms of medical college also, where India opened up its 16 All India Institute of Medical Science yesterday, we are looking in our 30 districts at 24 medical colleges in our state. So Assam is a story which is beginning to unfold, and this unfolding is taking place based on your shoulders. As I said, there are smaller stories inside the bigger story. So you are to be credited for these smaller stories. Last but not the least, I told you this is a sad occasion because we had the honor of, I at least had the honor of, sitting and working and talking to a lot of deputy commissioners over a period of time. But Keerthi came to us at a time when we were probably at our lowest ebb as far as COVID and other issues were concerned. We are infrastructurally bogged down. We were looking at the regular increase in the number of COVID positive cases. We are looking at the number of our death register being increased. We are looking at the number where we are not being able to give a rightful cremation to the dead bodies of whatever religion they were. We were going through one of the roughest times in the district when she came and joined us. I will take this opportunity because it will become history now, because one fine morning I received a call from Guwahati asking that, is it okay if you send her? And I said, okay, because I had seen her working in Hailakandi. She came and joined and obviously we got her support, her thinking, her leadership, her activism all throughout the last 2.5 years probably. And on behalf of the people of Cachar, I would like to thank her for the leadership she has given us, for the effort she has given us, especially during these last 2.5 years. Obviously, she has a bright career ahead of her. She became a deputy commissioner. She got a very important district very early in her life. I wish her well. She has a long way to go. The world is round. We hope to meet again, and we hope to work together again at some form, maybe if not here, in other form, in any other place and all. We wish you, on behalf of all, I take this opportunity to thank you for all the good deeds that you have done. And if you do good deeds, as I say, as a surgeon, someone asks her, what is your complication rate? If I say I have no complication rate, that means two things. Either I am lying or either I have not done any surgeries. So, according to a surgeon, he will tell you the exact, this is my complication rate. So, a little bit of criticism will come along the way. It is not possible to satisfy because God has not himself able to satisfy every man on earth. So, it will not be able to. But I also actually have shut my eyes to all the detractors who are saying negative things. We are focused. People like you and me, we should be focused on what lay across us. What are the problems and how to solve these issues and to take it to the people. So, once again, I thank you, wish you well in life, both in professional and personal life. Our MLA has actually told a very important thing, that your leadership has not just, churned up this valley. It has actually, put a sort of a issue on how the future deputy commissioners will come and behave here, and how the future deputy commissioners will act here. You have raised the benchmark to a certain level. It will be difficult for other people, your next generation, to come at least and take the benchmark ahead. So we wish you well in life, and as a chief guest, thank you for calling me here. The last thing is that to answer Dr. Babul Bejgurua, I must say that as a member of parliament, I have been given lots of responsibilities. These days I sit on the board for All India Institute of Medical Science, Guwahati, and NEHU also, which is in Shillong. So all the babies are my babies, all are equal babies. For a parent, there cannot be any difference between the children. So Silchar Medical College has been my alma mater. For many of you, it is our alma mater. It will take its place. Always it will be like that. We will do whatever best for Silchar Medical College, and we are doing. And in the future also we have plans, and we will. You have been an important part of our journey right from the day we announced our first COVID case to the time we announced our first death in COVID at midnight hours. This will later in life, when I am 80 and I decide to write a book on COVID, I will surely mention that incident, Dr. Bejgurua. So that will be a part of my autobiography.
And that ties with me also, sir,
Yes.
because it was from Highland.
Obviously. And Silchar Civil Hospital is very close, not just to my heart, but to my residence also. So it will always hold a special place. And leaving aside all our emotional things, we need to improve the health infrastructure because we are committed to it. So my earnest appeal to all the doctors and people who are associated with medical care, please put in your effort. There should not be a voice in the society saying that we are not doing our bit. If someone asks us to get onto the water which is knee deep, we will go to this thing which is hip deep. So that much of effort and sincerity the society demands from us. So I would like to thank you again, and we will dedicate the 3 services that we have got. We again like to thank Power Grid for all the help that they have done. Thank you.
Documentation related.
So we'll release it.
Yes, yes.
वेरी मीन्स करेंटली किया है एक ही पेशेंट
No problem.
जर्नी ऑफ लास्ट 2 इयर्स
Journey of last 2 years.
Chapter, of course, the chapter in lessons.